Let's make some cakes, you guys. I have a lot of things to do today, so I have been trying to multitask and get a lot of things done at once. Today is Saturday, so tomorrow we are having a little family get together. I wouldn't call it so much of a party. It is to celebrate Jaden's birthday, but it's really just gonna be family. We're gonna cook out. There's gonna be cake, of course, but it is more of a smaller, just like family get together. I'm looking at my notes over here. This is everything that is on my to-do list today. Some of this I have already done, but there is still a lot left, and some of this I do want to share with y'all. So the next thing on my list right now is to start baking some cakes. Now I am going to we always go out and buy a tres leches cake, but this year I am going to make my own cakes. And I think it was my last video where I made the tres leches cake, and it was so delicious, so easy, so simple, and a lot cheaper than buying it at the store. So I am going to be making that again. I have a vanilla cake mix here, and this time I am giving myself plenty of time. This is, like I said, the day before. It's still morning time, so I'm gonna bake this, let it completely cool down before I make the tres leches to pour on it. And then, because I don't think that will be enough, or I'm scared that it's not going to be enough, I am going to go ahead and make another cake, and this one's going to be the chocolate fudge cake mix. So today I'm going to bake the cakes. Tomorrow I'll frost them and do the rest of it. But we are going to do these one at a time, because I don't know if it's just my oven, but I can't use both racks at the same time. Things just do not bake evenly or even cook evenly. Like, one is like way overdone, one is underdone. So I'm just gonna do these one at a time. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the vanilla cake mix, because this one I do need it to cool off completely before I move on to my next step. So while this one is baking, I'm gonna move on to my next to do, which is gonna be cleaning the bathrooms. But I'm not gonna show y'all that. I have way too many other things to show you and get through that we do not need to show cleaning the bathrooms. So and then once the vanilla cake comes out, then we'll start making our chocolate cake mix and get that in while I go take a shower and get ready. So let's begin making our vanilla cake. I'm a little behind on editing. That's why I'm losing track of what videos I recorded and which one was the last video I put out. So that's why I was a little bit confused. And that's why I'm trying to get a couple back-to-back ones out just so that I can get caught up and I can continue to record. Another thing that we're doing in this video, a big thing actually, is I am going to clean the office. That room is filled with thrifted items, with things that I have been buying for like the parties that we've been having. I can't even walk in there, so that needs to get taken care of today. And also I am going to use some of the thrifted items that I have been saving and haven't put out yet. So cake number one is done. It is setting over here and it is cooling off. And then I already have my dish for my next cake. I already greased it. I just used this blue bonnet spread. I just grabbed a little bit of this and spread it around with a paper towel. The bathroom is nice and clean, the Halloween bathroom. I just have to wash the mats, but I do have a laundry already going, so that's gonna have to wait. But everything else is nice and clean. Also, I need to stop at Walmart and get some more toilet paper, because I didn't realize that we were out and I need to put some on there. Well, we're not completely out. There's a full roll on the other side, and then I have some extra rolls in my bathroom, but I need some more to put up in the little basket just to make sure we don't run out. This bathroom is also nice and clean, all taken care of, but this one looks a little sad because it doesn't have any Halloween items or anything, any type of decorative items really, except for that little thing. But it is clean and there are extra toilet paper there, but I do need to go grab some more. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to the chocolate cake. And I'm sorry if it's loud. I have laundry going, and then we have work being done outside. I think they're power washing out there. But I didn't realize how loud it was gonna be, and it is super loud. But anyways, we're gonna do the cake mix. I'm gonna follow the back instructions exactly as it says. I'm omitting the vanilla out of this one because this one's not gonna be a tres leches cake. This is just gonna be a simple chocolate fudge cake, and I'll just put some whipped frosting over it, and I bought some cherries. I bought this little jar of cherries that I'm gonna use to top this with, and also chopped pecan. So it is gonna be so delicious. I hate that you don't get to see the finished product, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and record tomorrow too, but for another video. So be on the lookout for that one and turn on your notifications so that you don't miss it. I thought about finishing off the cakes and adding it to this video, but I struggle so much with making videos short. Like, they're all so long, and I know that if I try to add that on here, it's going to be sped up so much, and it's going to end up being another 45-minute video. I don't even know how long this one's going to be yet, but I do need to speed up some things. And while I'm thinking about that, my son's graduation is coming up pretty soon, and I want to record every day. I want to bring y'all along, and I also just want it for the memories. We're planning on being in South Carolina for at least 4 days. We're from Texas, so we will be having a long travel day, and I'm thinking those videos are going to be a little bit more raw, a little bit less unedited, kind of more in real time and what's happening at the moment. So that is going to be a challenge for me, you guys, but I am so excited and I cannot wait, and I can't wait to bring y'all along also. Oh, and bad news, you guys. I'm very disappointed in this, but Jaden will not be able to make it with us on that trip. He has all region for band, and he just cannot miss that. He would let the whole band down and just really ruin the routine and their chances to keep moving up. So we are all very disappointed about that, but he did make a commitment, so he's got to stick with it. Both of my cakes are ready, and now I'm just letting them sit out and cool down completely. You guys, it is much later in the day. The day has already gotten away from me. It is after 5 already. I had a return I had to make, so I went over to the Levi's store, which is in an outlet center, so I got distracted. I remembered I had a $20 off $50 at Old Navy, so I just had to go because tomorrow was my last day to use that, and tomorrow I'm not going to be able to do that. So let me go ahead and show you what I picked up at Old Navy. That's the only place that I stopped. No, I'm lying. I went to Famous Footwear, but they didn't have anything that I wanted. So this is what I got. I paid $35. I got a couple interesting items I'll show you here in a minute. So I just picked up some blue jean pants. These are just the straight OG straight jeans, and I really like the fit of them. I tried on some barrel jeans for the first time, and I actually really loved them. I really wanted to get them, but I know my husband, and I know he is going to hate them. So I decided to leave those back and just get some OG straight jeans instead. And then I just picked up this chocolatey brown ribbed long sleeve shirt. And really, I wasn't trying to spend too much. I was just trying to get to the $50 so that I could get my $20 off. So these two together, because they also had sales going on, so these two together were $44, which is really good. But I didn't know how much it was going to be because of the discounts and stuff. So I went to the cash register. The guy that was checking me out said, "You are like $5 short." And I was like, oh man, okay. And I was already thinking like, what else can I get? But he said, you can just get something from right here. And it was like the drinks and the snack section. So I also ended up with 2 Cokes. Oh my gosh, if I would have known, I would have picked out some socks or some jewelry or something. But he was like, just pick out something from over there. So I went and grabbed a Coke, and I was like, okay, I'll just grab a Coke. And it wasn't enough. And I was like, and he was like, you're still a little bit short. So I'm like, I'm feeling pressured because there's a line behind me, and I hate being that person that makes people wait. And then because he just like suggested that that's what I get, that's kind of just what I did. I didn't even like think. So I was gonna grab another one. I was like, well, wait, if I grab another one, is that gonna be enough? And he went ahead and scanned the one that I had already gotten. He was like, yeah, that would be enough. I was like, okay. So I grabbed another one, and I ended up with 2 Cokes from Old Navy just to get me up to that $50 mark. And then of course, as I'm walking out, because I'm already feeling like, man, I should have probably just picked up another shirt or something. When I was walking out, I saw they had socks, and I checked the price, and they were $10, and those were like 30% off. So I could have gotten like a pair of, or like a pack of socks, but it is what it is. I still, anyways, only paid $35 for a pair of jeans and a long sleeve shirt. So I think that was good. But anyways, we are still gonna go ahead and get done what I had in mind to get done today, because I already know that tomorrow I'm gonna be running short on time. I have a lot of things to do tomorrow, so let me go show you what I'm trying to get done today. Okay, so I have this bucket right here from Walmart, and I just need to wash this because that is going to be my candy bucket. Here are the candies that I picked up at Walmart. I picked up a 22 pack of these ring pops, this pack of some Jolly Rancher gummies, a big pack of these chocolate minis, and then these fun size Skittles. And I was trying to get a variety of different things because I'm not going to be passing out goodie bags. I'm just going to fill the bucket and let everybody just dig through it and grab whatever they want. And I did do Halloween theme because I have everything Halloween. So this is kind of going to turn into like a Halloween themed birthday cookout. Okay, you guys, and this is what I'm really trying to get back in order. This whole mess, this is where we put our jackets. Like, it's just so easy to come hang them here. I want to eventually figure out a whole situation here so that we can have somewhere to hang our jackets without it being right here. I don't like them being right here. We have like a bunch of party stuff all down here. This, I have been taking Decor off of here, and now it's looking pretty empty, pretty bare. So I'm gonna see if I can find some things to fill this up with and just kind of just organize all right here. And then the really bad part is my office. Look at how my office is looking, you guys, with all the decorating and undecorating that I've been doing. This is just a mess, and I've just been throwing it in here, and I really need to get this organized. These coolers I'm gonna need for tomorrow, and I can't even get to them, so we just really need to organize all of this. I'm gonna go through some of my thrifted items so that I can see if anything will look good up here. And then somewhere I think I have some like buckets that I am wanting to use for chips tomorrow. So I think those are right here. Okay, yeah, these buckets. I'm gonna wash these because I will be using these to put chips in tomorrow for our cookout. And I might see if I can use these for something too, since they're in here. That is what we really need to get this taken care of, because I don't want this to be like this tomorrow when people are in and out of my house. So we need to get this situated and under control. I think I want to hang some hooks over on that wall where the bar stools are at, but my husband says that that's too far from the door and we're not going to be walking over there. We're going to keep using the same hooks. But I tell him, like, no, it is going to be a rule that you cannot use these hooks for jackets and coats and sweaters. I don't know why it bothers me so much that they're there, and I put mine there too. So it's not just Jaden, it's not just my husband. I do it too. It's just so convenient instead of going and actually putting it on a hanger and putting it where it goes to just hang it up on these hooks. But I don't like it. I think it's because it makes it look a little messy, like, and that is very visible, that area right there. But I do like to have my aprons there. Like, I love my aprons being there, so we'll see. I don't know what we're gonna do about it. My husband says no, I say yes, so we're gonna have to compromise somewhere. And then this plant is another thing that has been bothering me. Look at all these dead leaves I am taking off of there. This plant is definitely not thriving there. It is barely surviving. And you guys, 2 Cokes from Old Navy, really? Oh my gosh, I am such a people pleaser. I could have totally been like, you know what, let me just go pick something else out, but it's like I panicked. My mind went completely blank and I just did what was suggested. Look at all these dying leaves I took off of here, but I am so confused because it does have some new growth. Like right here, look at this. This is growing really nice, but then some of these are like burning off again. So I don't know what to do about this plant. That one looks pretty good. And then look at this long stem. Most of it was dead. I wanted to cut it off, but then look at the bottom. Look at this. Do I just let it stay like that? It looks kind of ugly because it is so bare, but then it does have new growth down here. So I don't know what to do about that, you guys. Give me some suggestions. Should I cut those long stems off or just let it be? Let me know. Like I said, it is barely surviving, but it is trying to hold on, you guys. It started giving me some new growth before I completely gave up on it. But now moving on to my office, this just goes to show that not everything is as it seems. This is the behind the scenes of all the decorating. Look at this huge mess. I couldn't even walk in here. Okay, so I think I'm just going to start sorting some things out, getting all the fall stuff together, all the Halloween stuff together, the home decor stuff together, all my thrifted items. There's a lot in here, but it is the holiday, so there are extra totes in here and just extra of everything. I'm trying to consolidate a lot of it and get rid of some of these plastic bags. In the big Halloween tote, there were some things that were just trash, so I got rid of that. And then I found an orange tote where I started placing some things in there that I might use for the party tomorrow. And also, I'm just going to bring it up, there is going to be some censoring of my backside. I have lost a few pounds and these shorts were just way too big for me. I should have worn a belt, but honestly, I just hate wearing belts. And I obviously did not realize this. It was not on purpose. Otherwise, I would have fixed it if I would have known that I was showing my calzones to you guys. But I did censor out the ones where they're like a real big close-up, you know. And the rest, I just let it be because it was too much already. And I would have had to been doing that for the whole video, or at least the whole, like, this part of it. So sorry about that. Yes, I know my calzones are showing. I'm sorry, you guys. You guys, this is so much better. You can actually walk in here now. This is the bar stool, and then I have the other two over here that go in the living room, but I'm not using them right now. I'll put those back out after Halloween. And then this stuff I think I'm gonna use tomorrow for Jaden's birthday. I think I'm gonna decorate with some of this. I have some table covers right here. And then these little spiders and skeletons and hands and stuff. I'm thinking about doing a tic-tac-toe game and then using these to play with them, and then whatever is left over I will put around the tables. And also the little garlands back here, I'm gonna use those for the tables as well. And this spider web, I think I'll just hang that somewhere out on the brick wall. And then the spider that goes to it somewhere down here, I think it just needs some super glue or something, because it does stick on there. So that I'm gonna leave right there. I'll be using that tomorrow, and I'm probably gonna put some of the other stuff that I have in here in this bag as well. This bag right here, I need to remember to give this to my sister tomorrow. This is from the baby shower. Some extra diapers, some baby food, and then some extra chocolates that I'm sure she won't mind having. So this, I just need to remember to give to her. This is how the desk looks. I am going to be hanging some of these pictures up, so that's why I'm gonna leave them right here, and also the frames. And then this is how this area look. This is my regular house decor that goes in the living room. So when all the holidays are over, this is what will be going up. And then here is all the totes for Halloween and fall. This is just gonna stay like this until Halloween is over, then I'll get rid of the Halloween ones, and once fall is over, then I'll get rid of the fall ones. And then these are some of the thrifted items that I have bought and haven't found a spot for them yet. I want to do that right now in the area out there that I just showed you. And once I have the coolers back in here, then I'll just put these boxes and whatever is left in there on top of those coolers. Over here I have more just random decor, some decor that I took off for just to decorate for Halloween, like this one. This goes in the bathroom. Some more baskets. So yeah, this is just kind of like a decoration area over here, and I'm okay with all of this being right here. It is out of the way and it's all right here where I can easily grab it whenever I need it. So that's gonna stay like that. And yeah, that's how everything looks right now. I am just so glad that everything is off of the floor right here. I can actually walk in. I can use my chair again or my desk. I had to use the computer earlier, and I was like barely like trying to just do it with one arm so that I could print something out. But I am so happy with how that looks now. This one, you guys, do y'all remember I thrifted this? It was pretty cheap. It was like $6, I think. And I think this was the only year that I was able to use it, because look at how damaged it is. This, I think, is just from like all the sun. It hits the sun a lot. Like, it was getting full sun most of the day, and we are in Texas and it is super, super hot out here. I'm in shorts because it is just hot again. So this, unfortunately, was only good for 1 year, unless maybe I can take this off and just use the pumpkins, right? Maybe that's an idea. We'll see if I can make that work. Now, let me finish cleaning all of this up and then see if I can fill in these shelves with a little bit of the thrifted decor that I haven't set out yet. Update, that bag that I was supposed to give to my sister, I did not give it to her. It is still sitting right here in my office. And you guys, she had the baby yesterday. We have a new little baby niece in the family. I cannot wait to go see her. I think she should be out of the hospital either today or tomorrow, and I definitely need to remember to go take that bag with me. Those were just some of the thrifted items that I'm going to be using for these shelves. I'm going to just play around with all of this decor until I get it to how I want it to look. Think grandma core, you guys. I am over the modern and I'm over the neutrals. These roses I already had. They're the ones that were in my bedroom. They were a little dull for the bedroom, but I think they work perfectly right here. And I just cut them down to size to fit these little planters. And then the last change that I'm going to make for these shelves is I am going to replace the black picture frame, the folding ones, with some wooden single ones that were also thrifted. Okay, you guys, what do you think? I love it. This is the exact change that it needed. I wanted to take it back a little bit more grandma core or vintage or 90s, whatever you want to call it, and I love it. This just makes me so much happier than how it was before, even before I had removed some stuff. It was looking a little too plain for me, and now this just looks more lively to me, and I absolutely love it, you guys. I used a lot of the thrifted items that I already had, and then I did have to leave a couple of things just because I needed just more things to fill it up with, but I do want to find something a little bit more colorful for that. I want to find maybe like some fruits that I can put in here, and I think that's it. Everything else I really love. I love how this looks. And then I did add just a little bit of extra right here. Let me know if that feels like too much. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, this is how it looks. I am so happy with it. And these are my twin girls, you guys. They, in these pictures, they're like in high school. I don't know what grade, maybe like 10th grade or something, or maybe even freshmen. I'm really not sure. But I just love these pictures of them, so I went ahead and used those again. These pictures I absolutely love. These are when my 3 older kids were little. Look at them. Oh my God, I don't want to look at it anymore because I will cry. But anyways, yeah, this is looking very grandma core, and I love it. Let me go fix that bag over there. That is throwing me off. Okay, there it goes. And then over here is all my aprons, my grocery bags, and an umbrella. And that's how I want to have that. I want to get away from putting our sweaters there, so I'm gonna have to find another solution for that. Okay, while I have some of these items out, I think I'm gonna go ahead and add some greenery into my office. Maybe add a plant right there. I'm gonna replace that white basket with this one. Hopefully that looks good. And then that pencil holder with this one. And this, I think I'm gonna put this in the dining room. Simple little swaps like that make all the difference. It really doesn't take much to make your home feel a little bit more homey and a little bit more cozy. Moving on, let me wash all of these buckets that I'm going to be using tomorrow. Some of them I'm going to be using for candy and some of them for chips. When I first started this, I really thought I was going to be able to fit all of the candy in just one basket, but I ended up using 3. It didn't fill up all the way to the top, but it was just enough for them to be able to dig through there and see what's all in there. And these were a hit. Nearly all of the candy was gone by the end of the night the next day, and we were all just eating them throughout the whole party. So this is a great idea if you don't want to do goodie bags or if it's not like a kid birthday party. Jaden's 17, so I didn't want to make it too childish, but you gotta have candy, right? The kids love the candy. We weren't having a piñata either. Like I said, it was more of a get together. So yeah, these worked out great, and here's how they turned out. This is all the candy that's in them, and everybody loved them. Next, I am going to just tidy up this table a little bit, put things together so that it is just ready for me to go tomorrow. And here's what we'll be needing for tomorrow. These big baskets, I decided I'm gonna go ahead and use those for chips, and then I'll set out some little containers with some salsa and some nacho dip. And then these little casserole dishes, they are so small. It's 2 of them, and these are going to be for my rice, but I really wish they were bigger, and that's just how it turned out. We are also going to make carne asada and hot dogs. So here are my buns right here, And then I ended up using 3 of these. And this light, I cannot turn it off. I already messed with the little button. I found the button, but I already messed with it. I tried pushing it all different kinds of ways and it just will not turn off. But yeah, I ended up with 3 little candy baskets. I think that is just great. And the kids can just, or anybody can just come over here. Well, these will be outside, but they can just pick whatever they want. Okay, so I'm finally getting ahead. I do have one more basket. We'll see if there's anything that I can use this one for. And then I have these 2 plates, which I'm thinking I could either use it to put the salsa, like not the chip salsa, but the other salsa for the carne asada, or maybe like the tortillas or the silverware or something. We'll figure something out for these 2. I do want to use them. The last thing that I am needing to get done tonight is the tres leches cake, because that needs to sit overnight. So I have my tres leches here. This is what you're gonna need: a can of evaporated milk, the media crema, the lecherita, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. I'm just gonna mix that up and pour it over my cake. Now, my cakes, I used this glass one for the vanilla cake, which is gonna be my tres leches cake. And I used this Pioneer Woman one for the chocolate cake. And I'm thinking I should have done it the other way around, because this one is a little bit smaller. So the cake is a little bit thicker. And this glass pan, I guess it's a little larger, and so the cake is a little bit thinner, but that's okay. It's still the same amount of cake either way. So let me get the leches mixed up. Let me poke holes in this cake with a fork and then pour the leches over it. So let's go ahead and do that. I wanted to show you this little Frankenstein pumpkin. Jaden painted that last night with the big kids. All the big kids came over, the big kids in the family, and his girlfriend, and they were over here painting pumpkins and making pizza and making cookies. They had a really great time. So that was Jaden's, and that is where he put it. So that is its spot right now, and I love it. So I'm about to get my tres leches mixed in together, and I don't know what media crema is. I'm wondering if that's half and half, because media means half. So that's kind of what I'm thinking in my head, that maybe that means half and half, but I'm really not sure. I should probably look that up. And then I am going to do what I did last time in my last video, which is pour only about 2/3 of it, because that is how we liked it. We don't want it too wet. Some people do. So if you do like it like that, go ahead and add the whole thing in there. But for our preference, we do I think 2/3 of it is just enough. It is getting pretty late over here, you guys. I don't remember what time it is, but I think you can definitely see it in the next clip when I'm closing out the video. I think you can definitely tell in my face how tired I was. But this is the last thing that I'm doing. I wanted to make some games for the kids, or some activities for the kids to do. And one of them was a tic-tac-toe game. So I had this folder, a paper folder that I glued together just to have something sturdy. So that is what I'm using as our tic-tac-toe board. And I'm just using things that I already had. I already had these stickers. I already had the folder. The tic-tac-toe, I just printed it out on some cardstock that I also already had. And the pieces to it, so cool. I dug those out of the big Halloween box. It turned out great. And then I also did some printouts. So I'll show you those in a minute. This is so fun. Look at this. I put some stickers on the side, and these are gonna be either you're a skeleton or a spider. How cool is that? And then I found some printables. So there's a Halloween word search, and then a Halloween, or how many words can you make out of Halloween. And I like these. I think these are so fun. So we'll see if the kids like them, or whoever wants to get one. And then I did put little stickers. I had more stickers over here. And I put little stickers over here on the side. So I thought that was really cute. And yeah, so these I'm gonna set out on a table, and then whoever wants to grab one can grab one, or whoever wants to play tic-tac-toe, they can have a little challenge with that. So I think that'll be fun. It'll give the kids something to do, or the older kids, the little kids, even the adults can do these. So I am so happy with this, especially this tic-tac-toe one with the little skeleton hands and the little spiders. The only thing left to do is to let the cake sit overnight, or let the tres leches cake sit in the refrigerator overnight. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the chocolate cake in there as well, just so that we're safe. Make sure you tune in to my next video because we will be finishing off the cakes, decorating, making frosting, decorating them, putting all the fruit on them, and just finish setting everything up. I did think about showing that in this video, but I'm pretty sure this video is already going to be too long. I'm not sure yet, but that is going to be it for this video, you guys. I hope that you liked it and I hope you enjoyed it, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.